Hello everybody, here we are again and again in the Just Flight AVRO RJ, this time the 85 in the Crosshair livery. Beautiful, look at that, from about late 90s, year 2000s. This was a real route from Zurich to Zagreb. We have BATC, we have GSX, and that's it. I had to redo this flight. This full flight, loosely called a tutorial and loosely following real world procedures. Yeah, my sim sounds were way too high on the videos last week, so that's corrected and you should be able to hear me. Yeah, I'm gonna follow the checklists and follow the flows that I've learned from the tutorial flight and a few things from the real manuals, but it's not going to be step by step to the letter. Of course, you could do that yourself. You could follow the checklist or the in-game checklists in Microsoft Flight Sim here, or you could of course do the tutorial flight from the manual. This is more for people that haven't seen the plane or are beginners to it, or people like me that don't like to use manuals. So here we are. All I've done so far, I've just loaded my OFP from SimBrief. You do that here, and the aircraft, I loaded the OFP and the fuel. Now we're waiting for GSX to board, but I'll just get powered up first. Just making sure, yep, throttles are, flaps are all in right positions, parking brake is on. Good, so we can put the batteries on now, but first thing we do is we put the nav light on in preparation. Cabin emergency lights I do on, no smoking signs are on, and now we can check the battery voltage. Both good. Batteries are going on. Okay, and then we can come up here to the yaw damper, autopilot master, avionics, the FGC and the ground ignition here. You've got two options, A or B, and depending on the date. Today is an even date, so I'm going to use A and number 1. And then we come down here, anti-skid on, yellow and green lift spoilers on. Then we come down. I'm sorry if I go a bit too fast. I don't want to make the video hours and hours long. So left inner pump in preparation for the APU starting, APU gen on. We could, I guess, do a APU fire test. Don't normally do the tests. This in the manual here, or in the in-game checklist, there's full procedures how to do all these tests. I don't waste my time with those too much, to be honest. I just want to get flying. Anyway, APUs look fire test good. APU start on. It's powering up. We'll get that kicking in a moment. So we'll just go down here and put the emergency lights to on, and yeah, we'll put some galley power on. They want to get some coffee, don't they? Shouldn't probably do this drain the batteries till the APU started, but I'll get the lights on. All about saving time. Right, let's get the APU air on and 1 pack on for the APU starting. And there she is. I mean, the sounds on this plane are great, but I have my sync sounds down so you can hear me. So hopefully you believe me, they're amazing. Now we're going to come down and do some checks on the panel. We push in the master warning system switch here in. We should get all the lights coming on here and the 2 warnings. Yeah, super, that's great, that's working. We pull it back out to the middle position, which is the neutral. And you can pull it out even further. It says below it here, you can't really see until I zoom in, but pull for ground up. You pull it out after you land, so that when you're switching the bleeds and the anti-ice and stuff like that, you don't get unnecessary warnings which would annoy you on the taxi in. Right, okay, now next thing to do, very important to save time, is get the FMC set up and the IRS aligned. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put the position, and I'm going to go over here. I'm going to move this panel here, which is in the way. I'm going to put the IRS on align. Just a quick point about this. I've seen some people online saying about this. They take forever to align. Let me just explain quick. They're modeled on the real world AVRO. If you are at the equator, when you put them into nav to align, well, when you put them into align, they'll take about 2 minutes to align at the equator, and if you're around 70 degrees north, they'll take maybe up to 15 minutes. But today in Zurich, I think we're around about 48 degrees, so yeah, they're going to take probably 8 to 10 minutes. Now, if you see here, you can rotate the button. If you come down here, you can press it or lift it. Watch what happens here. See the button lift up and put it back down? That's like a security. Once you go into nav, you can't rotate back to align. That's a safety feature they put on here so that pilots didn't accidentally put them from nav back to align. But what you can do, little trick Just Flight have here, is a quick align mode. So if you're bored waiting, you're flying in Alaska or somewhere up in Sweden or something, and they're taking way too long to align, you can align them, set up the FMC, put them in nav, then lift the switch, put them back to align, lift it up again, put them back to nav, and they'll align within about 30 seconds. So, good little trick. There you go. While we're over here, let's get some lights on. Let's set up the... let's get GSX boarding. We want to get them started, don't we? The music might pump out boarding here. Requested. No, I don't want to push back. I can just drive away from here. The music might be a bit loud. I put some of
Passengers
my own music
bus is coming.
I think. Let's just go over here to the panel. Music gets a bit loud, to be honest, so I'm going to put it all the way down to even 1. So I want to keep the door open to hear the passengers boarding. Okay, good. So now we're on the main panel here. I just work left to right. Let's get rid of that again. Put my lights on here. So cockpit preparation, circuit breakers checked and in. Yeah, we've checked them. They're not modelled. Radar is off. Electric GPU APU is set how we want it. Panels and pedestal, I'm going to do that now. And oxygen valve, I'll do that. You'll see. So, flow is we go left to right.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross check.
Passengers boarding starting.
Okay. Good. So this should be blinking for yellow and green for about 10 seconds. A CVR test. Kind of almost the same colour, to be honest. While that's doing, we can come across here and we can turn up our brightness, which is good. We can put on the EFIS here.
Boarding pass, please.
And yeah, I could do the FMC now, but I'll do that in a moment. I'll just go through the panel here and I'll go across and we'll do
Hello.
ground proximity warning test.
Good afternoon.
Flight slow.
Let's just have a look at the passengers coming in.
Pull
Good
up.
afternoon.
Motley crew, look at that.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Great frames at Zurich.
Hello.
My potato computer doesn't help. Enunciator test. Enunciate test. This gets loud.
Hello.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
This
Standby
way.
on altimeter. Radios on. I'll put the flight directors on now so I don't forget. And then we'll put annual
Hello.
baby. We'll leave that for the moment. And then we'll come over here and we'll put on the oxygen.
Hello.
We'll do a test on the FO side. Excellent. And we'll do a test on
This way.
my side. Yep, super.
This way.
Right, that's pretty much it done.
Hello.
Oh yeah, one more thing to do. Move the
Hello.
seat. Gets in the way. My zoomed out view. There we go. Great. And while we're here, we'll put on some lights
May I see your boarding pass?
and we'll do the ground test of the flight data recorder. Yeah, the light should go off. Great. Oh,
Boarding pass, please.
TCAS test. Great.
Good afternoon.
TCAS
Hello.
And we'll set the barometer, which is the magic V button.
This way.
I think we're pretty set there. We'll do the takeoff data in a moment. We'll do the FMC next. Okay. So let's put our route in. I'm going to do it the lazy way, which is
Good afternoon.
I do it there. There's another way to do it. I've made a video about that, but I'm going to just do it this way for the moment. GSX is loud, eh? Sorry about that. Tell you what we can do. We can close
Hello.
the door. Ah, peaceful. That's a lot better. Motley Crew. So, where are we here? LSZA is what we want. There we go. There's our route in. We're going to do the departure and arrival. So we're going to go over here for that. We're going to go to here, and we are on runway 28. Deg is 1 X-ray. 28. Deg is 1 X-ray at the top. Let's stick that in. Let's go for the arrival, and we are on from Lulud to Zulu 04. 04. We need. Where are we there? Oh, sorry. Look at that, I've put the wrong route in. Okay, good. It's not live, but I'm going to suck it up and say, what an idiot. And we're going to go back and put the right... the right. I mean, you can make that mistake easily. Yeah, look at that. LDZA or LSZA. Okay. Pilot error. Already. Okay, now we're good. Let's go back again. So, I thought that was a bit weird. There we go. Deg is 1 X-ray. Yeah, no point re-recording for that. We all make mistakes. Looks better now. ILS 04 Zulu, I guess. And I've forgotten the... Is it Lulu 2 Zulu? Let's go and have a quick look. Yeah, it was 2 Zulu. There we go. Great, and we have the route in finally. But that's good. You've seen then if you put the wrong route in, just go back and put the correct route in. So let's have a look at the legs. And I know we really shouldn't take out a discontinuity, and I think there's going to be one at the Exon. Yeah, exactly. And then from Exon you're just straight into the final fix. I'm not expecting any vectors. I'm going to be expecting to be cleared for the approach here. So I'm going to just close that up. And while we're on the subject, let's get BATC loaded. The ATIS, yeah, we got the ATIS, didn't we? Yeah, we got that. I'm going to have my...
aircraft be advised information echo now current. QNH 1016.
Yeah, we have that. Okay, great. Going to get my super co-pilot to
Crossair 3453 on our way to Tupleso Airport.
take care of that.
Crossair 3453, Zurich delivery. Expect runway 28. Dager 1 X-ray departure. Initial climb to 7,000 feet. Squawk 6133.
Deej 1 X-ray departure. Squawk 6133. Crossair 3453.
Crossair 3453, read back correct. Contact ground 121.905 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Ground 121.905 when ready. Crossair 3453. Bye bye.
6133. Yeah, good. Just checking. Alright, good. So we're almost set here. Now we've just got to put in some of our performance data in performance, and we get that from the EFB here. So we've got a zero fuel weight of 35.8. 35.8 goes in here. We have a where's fuel? Our fuel's up here. Yep, sorry. We have, we're going to round that up to 2.2 tons. Our reserves. Okay, sorry, I can't remember too many numbers of this. I'm back into here, but Wind is 283 at 42. 283 at 42.
Boarding is complete.
Great stuff. Thank you.
Cabin crew, armed doors and
By the way, I've not put the IRSs into nav yet. I'm gonna wait until I've done the FMC, and if they're not aligned by the time I've done the FMC, I'll show you this quick align feature for the video. Okay, 310, and we have a -3 ISA. And we have click it the right way. And what did I say the wind was? Oh yeah, sorry, the window was on, wasn't I? 283 at 42. 283 42. Yeah, I can't multitask. Can you see that? Really can't. Great, we're done. Now, why this is important, I'm sure you know, but for people who don't, the FMC, it doesn't have VNAV, this aircraft, although there's a button here. Nothing happens when you're in flight. So it's like a manual VNAV, and the top of climb is not so important, but the top of descent point and your altitude restrictions are important, of course. So if I just show you a little combo of these two pages here. So the top of descent point will be calculated on the info that you put in here and also in the VNAV pages. So this is the climb speed. I'm going to be climbing at 280 knots. And then, sorry, next. And then we're going to have cruise speed of Mach 0.70. I think, well, yeah, flight week 310 today, we're going to be high enough for that. And then the, oh, sorry, we're in climb, so we've got to go next to get to descent. Our descent speed is going to be 280 knots. And our next speed restriction in the descent will always be displayed, the next one, the next restriction. So if we go on the legs here, you see there's nothing hard coded here in altitude until we get, there's the cruise. Yeah, there we get to Godler, and now we've got the first hard coded 5,500 feet or above here. So what the top of descent will do, it will be calculated to Godler at 5,500 feet based on these figures here, and a 3-degree glide path down to Godler. But there's you will see it in flight how it works. So just to explain it. Right, we're done with the FMC. Let's go over here and stick these. Yeah, nav is off. That means they should be aligned. There we go. Yeah, that roughly took, I would say, about 8 to 10 minutes with my waffling on. Right, now what we're going to do is do our takeoff data. Well, let's have a look through the checklist anyway. We should be a bit professional, shouldn't we? So we've got to there, pins and covers, yeah, GSX taking care of that, aircraft log, I left that at home. Parking brake is set, fuel quantity and flow meters. Yeah, that looks like we should have block fuel 5.1. Yep, exactly 5.1 to the litre. Gotta love sim. Altimeters, yeah, we've set baro, we've set climb altitude, pressurization. Yeah, good point. Thanks for that. So let's go to charts. Airport charts, arrival. Let's go to approach. We've got the ILS. We have the runway elevation 353. So I guess we should round up to 400. So you do that here. This will be not Los Angeles, not going to Los Angeles. We're going to landing elevation or landing altitude. Yeah, 400 feet is set. Good. Let's go back to this checklist here. Pressurization, IRS is checked and aligned. FMS is done. Flight guidance is set. And we'll set the heading to the runway heading in a moment. But takeoff data. Now we're going to do that over here on this nice little panel here, which is we're going to do a max toga takeoff today and flaps 18. If you have a look here, in the speed window, if I click on flaps 18 here, you'll see 138. That's V2 speed will automatically be set here. Of course, you can do it yourself if you want to. And we have a VFTO of 184. That's flaps up. Great. And the we're going to be in. You see here, takeoff and track. I'll do it on this side here. On the annunciator here, or the FMA, sorry. We're going to be in takeoff track. So runway heading initially. The flight director will pitch us up to maintain V2 plus 10.
Lufthansa 3 November Whiskey, Gate Alpha 5.
If we wanted to
taxi
do
at pilot's discretion.
Gate Alpha 5 taxi at my discretion. Lufthansa 3 November Whiskey.
I love BATC, the accents are good. It really sounded like a Lufthansa. Here we go. So we're going to do a flex temp, for example. If we wanted to, we go to reduced. Let's go back to Toga. So Toga, we're going to be commanding 94.5% takeoff power. If we go to reduced, we spin this around so it says temp, and that at 27 degrees flex temp, we'd be 91. And then if we increase the assumed temperature, I think they call it, don't they? Let's see, watch as I go up with the temperature. Let's go to 40. Now we're going to go, let's go to 50 degrees. Now we would be at 88%. Yeah, and I'm pretty heavy today at 41 tons, so I'm going to do a max takeoff. Great. This thing can do a flap 33 takeoff in London City or short runways, or I guess maybe Aspen. I don't know. Anyway, there we go. All good. And this little button here, animal bay heat. Yeah, I always carry some animals around. Always bring my dog. Stick him in the hold. So put some heat on for him. That's it. I think we're done.
Lufthansa 3 November Whiskey, cross runway 28. Continue taxi via.
So let's say trims.
28.
Takeoff data
Continue
check.
taxi
Trims.
via Lufthansa 3 November Whiskey.
Trims. Do that in here. Don't forget. You can do it from the manual. There's charts, but based on your weight, and temperature, and all that kind of thing. But do it here. Just click on here, and that will set your trim. If you don't do that, you'll get a huge takeoff warning on the takeoff roll. Okay, we're all set. I think that's good. We're ready for engine start, so we can buzz. Oh no, I asked for
Crossair
pushback.
3453 at ramp 2, request pushback.
Crossair 3453, Zurich ground, pushback and engine start approved.
Okay, got start.
Face east.
Pushback approved. Face east, Crossair 3453.
Yeah, I'm not going to push back. We should do it really. I just want to save time, not wait for GSX. Right. Oh, look at that. Request departure runway change. Is that new? I just updated before I loaded the sim. That could be new. That's pretty cool. I got to test that out one day. Okay, right. We are getting ready. Oh, I should have put my fasten seatbelt on. I'll do that now. Alright, we're getting ready for engine start. So we'll start up here. No, it's all good. All we need is the fuel pumps on. Engine anti-ice. Yeah, a bit weird, but that's the way we do it. We have the air off. Do the air off here. Oh, anti-ice detect should be on, I believe, now. And I think TCAS. Hold on a moment. That's why we have checklists. Before engine start, fasten seatbelts are on, air packs, APU air off, beacon and strobes, yeah, weird, strobes, but we'll put them on, do what the checklist says. Fuel panel, yeah, pumps are on, yeah, doors and windows are closed, slides are on, like yes, yeah, we put the TCAS on TARA already, so that's a little bit weird, but let's do it. I'll put it on all and I'll zoom it out a bit, get some traffic. Oh, flight deck door while we're here, we'll lock that. Good. Now we're looking really good. That's before engine start. Checklist complete. Right, back up here. Let's go. Master start on. Engine 4. And start. Now we're looking here for N2 to get to about 10%. And then we put in the fuel. Looking for N1 EGT to rise, looking good, happy with that. While I'm here, just put the radar on warm up on standby. Yeah, I don't think there's any terrain display so far yet, but just out of habit, let's put it on. Looking good, engine starting up nicely. Just going to go here, and while I'm waiting, save time. Click twice data, we get wind. That's the warning there was just for the APU air. We get wind here, and on the co-pilot side, on her side, I'm going to click it once to get ground speed. Engine started up. Let's go back up here. Engine 4, engine start. Back down, looking for 10% on the N2. Excellent. Just want to show you this here, the air brakes. They just open out when the hydraulics are not pressurized, so that's kind of interesting. Once they're pressurized, we'll see that will retract, I hope, otherwise the takeoff's going to be pretty funky. Still have the chocks on. Let's get rid of the chocks. And how we doing? Yeah, looking good. Fantastic. Let's go back up here, and we can go engine 2, start, 10%. And I'll do this video until we're ready for taxi, and then split it so the videos are not too long. Looking good. There we go, just showing you there. This is way past, and well, like if you're ever wondering why is the M1 EGT not rising, yeah, don't forget the fuel. It's for you beginners there. There we go, now she kicks in. And the pros will tell me it's not good to leave it that long, but it's just for purposes. Learning. Yeah, and if the engines are not starting on this, just come up here, check you have your pumps on and the air's correct here, otherwise they will not start. It is study level aircraft. Study level. What the hell is that? Okay, good. Last engine. 4 engines takes a while. You never get bored in this plane, ever, ever, ever. Now, I don't think there's anything I've missed. Anything important, we're going to find out. Down in flames. Right, happy with that. Let's just have a little go through while we're waiting. Go through the after the engine flow, generators, brake fans, hydraulics, ice, air conditioning, and then we come down to the panel. Easy, easy peasy. We'll totally forget that. So good. The starter's gone out. We can put selector to off, master off, put the air back on. By the way, we keep the APU air on for takeoff and landing, and the APU air on, of course. And we start the APU on, not on final, on the approach we start it, say 5,000 feet is a good time. Keep the APU on until we're up in the climb or on the approach. Engine air we keep off for takeoff and landing. Good. Okay, so up here we're going to put the gens on. Of course, leave the APU gen on for the moment. We are going to put the anti-ice off. We're going to go and put the hydraulics on. Oh, one thing I didn't do, I always miss it. The DC pump should go on when you're doing your startup. Check this yellow brake pressure here. Sorry about that, I knew I'd missed something. And then you put on here the AC pump to check the yellow pressure, and you put the PTU on to check the green pressure. So we're going to leave those on anyway for takeoff. We take off the PTU in the climb up 10,000 feet and leave AC pump to auto. Good. Brake fans come on to auto now. Let me come over here. We've put the anti-ice protection on. Sorry, ice protection on. If we get icing in the climb, we're going to put these 3 switches on here and these here. The ice detect button, you see it's guarded, so in the startup procedure or the preparation we put it on and keep it closed so we get ice detection, kind of important. Right, I think we're ready to go almost. I'm going to just come down here. That's for the air again. Auto throttle on. We have brake fans here is green. We've got a warning here, just parking brake, so it's good. Master warning is good. Flaps 18 for takeoff. 18 selected. 18 showing. Keep our eye on that. Great. I think that is it. Let's go through the checklist again. Flaps, flight controls. Good. Yeah, all good. And clear signal, clear love. Okay, let's go outside. As we said, hydraulics are now pressurized and the air brakes are in. Ready to go.
Crossair 3453, request taxi.
Crossair 3453, runway 28, taxi at pilot's discretion.
Thank you.
Runway 28, taxi my discretion. Crossair 3453.
My discretion. I'm the pilot in control. Joke. Just joking. She's doing a great job. So that's it for this one. I'll see you for the taxi and the climb.